Welcome back to part 2 of our very mini series. Though it's not imperative for you to see it before you watch this one, if you haven't seen part 1, I'd totally recommend giving it a look. That being said, Holt is my absolute favorite character from this series. He is just such a lovable robot. Well, let's just dive right into it. Here's part 2 of the queer characters of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, saving the best for last, Captain Ray Holt.
Just know, you have disappointed all three of us. That's cold, sir.
From the very first episode, he is established as gay. So throughout the entire series, for the 5 or so years it's been on, you've had this very uncommon portrayal of a queer character. What's unique about Ray Holt is that he is pushing back against what we normally see LGBT characters depicted as. Not all gay people are young and hot, and Holt is old, which allows the audience, who's probably a lot younger than him, to see a different perspective on the LGBT community. Holt, like myself, is from 2 different marginalized groups, so he's had to endure twice the amount of bullshit in his life. He grew up and had most of his career in an era where infringing on Black and LGBT rights was like walking a dog. It's just something that people did. So he has endured both racism and homophobia throughout his entire life and career.
There were very few Black detectives. Did I ever tell you what my first day on the job was like? Hello, I'm Raymond Holt.
Are you here to turn yourself in?
So Holt's eagerness to have an extremely speedy wedding is totally justified.
And do you, Kevin?
Yes.
And do you?
Yes, we do. We're married.
It's funny, while also letting you know that when your rights are something that are in jeopardy, you're constantly afraid, or at least aware, that this is something that can be taken away. But fortunately enough, our marriage rights are still in place, and that makes Holt a happily married man, which again is something we really don't get to see a lot for LGBT characters. There's no coming out scenes with him. It isn't about him trying to figure out his sexuality. He's already gone through that, he's enjoying his life as his true self, and he's living his happy ending. And his husband is just as much of a giant dork as he is, and it makes them extremely sweet and fun to watch. They have their typical marriage struggles.
I was lightly stabbed.
I'm sorry. You were stabbed?
I didn't want to frighten you.
You are my husband. I want you to tell me everything, especially things that might frighten me. How can you not know that? Raymond, you are unbelievable.
And they also have their really tender, loving moments. And again, they show the struggles that they had to endure not only being a gay couple, but an interracial gay couple. Jake finds an old photo of Kevin and Holt posing with other couples, but they look distinctly different. They can't be together because of prejudice. And this causes Kevin to have animosity towards the police force because of the way they treat Holt. The only small thing I wish that could happen with these two is that I wish I could see a small kiss between them. We've seen Holt kiss multiple people, one of them being Jake. And don't get me wrong, this is not from a writing standpoint. Holt and Kevin's relationship is very well written and developed. You can see the love without having PDA. This is purely coming from me being a trash fangirl. Other than that, their relationship is really well done. But the most important takeaway from Holt's character, for me, comes from an episode from season 1. We learn that Holt is the founder and president of the Black Gay Lesbian Police Club.
I'd like to request discretionary funds to start an organization supporting Black, gay, and lesbian police officers. They never actually said no, so I just went ahead and did it.
He's ran unopposed ever since its inception, but now he's being rivaled by this younger guy for his position as president. The younger cop is thankful for what Holt has done for him and their community, but he has new ideas that could bring this organization into the present day. At first, Holt does not want to change.
Let me rehearse my speech. Do you want a president who struggled against all odds to create this great organization, or do you want a great nothing who struggled against nothing odds to create nothing?
Yikes. But like in the real world, not all the rules and ways of thinking that applied back then apply now. Like every other community, the LGBT one has its divides, whether they are racial, economic, or generational. The older generation of LGBT people and activists have done a shit ton for us to be where we are right now. But don't get it twisted, this generation is working its ass off as well, and Holt had to learn and understand that. Our generation may not have suffered in the same ways as they did back then, but the older generation should be proud that we don't have to endure those particular struggles, and that their work, dedication, and sometimes sacrifice paid off. That being said, we should continue to carry the mantle and not let their hard work or ours go to waste. Holt is such a great character inside and out. He has this really fantastic, sarcastic, dry sense of humor, and he's also realistic. He really does have flaws, but he's also gone through major hardships in his life that has shaped him into the good person he is today. He has overcome them, and now he's in a leadership position to make the change that he didn't have as a young cop, like his squad is right now, and wants to make sure that they don't have to go through those struggles that he did. And that is a great character to have on TV, and to aspire to be. Ugh. That rhymed. Thank you so much for watching, and I just wanted to say a quick thank you to Buzzfeed for having me in their LGBT Black History Month video. I'm the girl in the rainbow vest, and I thought it was just really well done, so check that out when you get a chance. You can find the link in the description below. And because we reached over 100 subscribers, I wanted to do a bigger giveaway than the others we've done in the past. And since we talked about an OG and a lot about knowing your history, we'll be giving away a $20 Visa gift card and the OG symbol of the LGBT rights movement, the original rainbow flag. This was the original design by the LGBT rights activist Gilbert Baker in the 1970s. It has 8 colors instead of the 6 we have today. To enter to win, all you have to be is a subscriber and to leave a comment below on this video. And the winner will be announced on our next one, so hit that bell so you don't miss out on that. Ashley had a great suggestion and said specific ships would be cool to talk about. What LGBT ships, whether canon or not, would you like us to do a video on? That's about it, so give a like if you dug this video, and until next time, I'm Jess, see you later.